The men of the 1st Battalion, 141st Infantry Regiment, 36th Infantry Division, were lost. They were trapped deep in the Argonne Forest, a dark and unforgiving place the Germans called the Green Hell. The forest floor was a treacherous tangle of roots and thick brush. Jagged rocks and fallen trees added to the sense of claustrophobia. Sunlight struggled to penetrate the dense canopy of leaves high above, casting long, eerie shadows on the forest floor. The air was heavy with the smell of damp earth and decaying leaves. The date was October 1944. The Allies were pushing toward Germany, but progress was slow and bloody. The 1st Battalion, under the command of Major Charles Whittlesey, had been ordered to advance into the Argonne, a key terrain feature, their mission secure a vital road junction, but the attack had gone badly. The Germans, dug in on the high ground, had repulsed the assault with withering fire. The battalion was cut off, isolated deep behind enemy lines. Surrounded on all sides, the Americans were completely cut off from friendly forces. They were low on ammunition, food, and medical supplies. To make matters worse, the Germans had encircled them. Every attempt to break out was met with a hail of machine gun fire and exploding mortar shells. The Americans fought bravely, but they were outnumbered and outgunned. Fear gnawed at the edges of their courage. Each rustling leaf, every snapping twig, could signal an approaching German patrol. They were easy targets in their foxholes, their every move watched by unseen enemies. The nights were the worst. The darkness was alive with strange sounds and the chilling cries of wounded men. As days turned into nights, the situation grew desperate. Hunger gnawed at their bellies. Ammunition dwindled with every German attack. Medics struggled to treat the wounded with their meager supplies. The men wrote letters home knowing they might never be sent, pouring out their fears and their hopes onto scraps of paper. Still, they fought on, their determination fueled by a desperate hope of rescue. They fought for their buddies, for their country, for the families they longed to see again. They fought because giving up was not an option. On the 6th day, a faint sound broke through the gloom of the forest. At first it was just a distant drone, barely audible above the din of battle. Then it grew louder, resolving itself into the unmistakable roar of aircraft engines. American aircraft. Through a break in the trees they saw them, a flight of C-47 transport planes, their wings laden with precious supplies. As the planes circled overhead, a cheer went up from the exhausted men below. They had been seen. They were not forgotten. The planes made several runs, dropping food, ammunition, and medical supplies. Finally, after 6 harrowing days, the siege was broken. The Lost Battalion had been found.